likes to talk. He just doesn't talk when we're talking. He doesn't.
He's got to pull that mic over.
He waits. He thinks before he speaks, unlike us, apparently.
Unlike you.
The only thing I remember is Pulp Fiction.
What's that?
Pulp Fiction. That's my only recollection.
Oh yeah,
of
for
this
this,
song.
they put this in a lot of movies. All right.
He was beating it down.
Oh,
Like spooning.
was he doing the Charleston?
Is that what that's called?
I don't know.
No, that's not the Charleston.
Well, you could do both hands or go back,
Nice.
Mr. Jim was a party animal back
Do you
then.
recognize? Do you recognize the Dick Dale?
Huh?
Dick Dale?
No,
Dick Dale and Miserlou?
this was back in the 50s.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, Dick Dale was early '60s.
Yeah, he was doing the Beach Boy stuff back then.
He was Beach Boys before the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
He's one of the first people to have a Fender guitar.
Really?
Yeah, he used to, according to him, he used to talk right to Mr. Leo Fender.
Huh.
He played.
You mean Through the Grave?
Huh?
Through the Grave?
No, when Leo Fender was building the Stratocaster.
Oh, that was this long ago. Okay. So
Yeah.
they were alive at the same time.
Yeah, that's
It
what
wasn't
I'm
like
saying.
grave soaking or nothing.
Dick Dale was big in the early '60s, mid '60s. Yeah, he played his guitar upside down, left-handed. So it was like the normally the low string is up top,
Yeah.
and the high string's down
Yeah,
low.
the-
Yeah.
He played it upside down, so the high
Yeah, the guys from England,
Beatles.
Beatles. McCarthy, is it? He plays left-handed guitar.
Yeah, but he played left-handed guitar.
Right.
So they string it like a regular guitar left-handed. Much like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix had it,
was
like,
this
backwards.
way too.
Yeah.
They had right-handed guitars that they flipped over because they couldn't afford a left-handed guitar.
Yeah.
So they learned how to play guitar upside down backwards.
Upside down.
Albert King. Albert King was that way. If you watch Albert
Wow.
King play, he's got the high strings up top, and he's got the low strings down low.
So it went E, B, G, all the way down.
Yeah. Yeah. You bought a right-handed guitar,
And then you just restrung
and you
it
turn it
upside
up. No, you didn't restring it. You just turn it over,
Yeah.
and you're playing it.
Oh, they played it with the E on top.
Yes, the high E on top.
That's sweet.
Yes, that's why they had the different sounds that they had.
So they would be known as ambidextrous.
No, that would mean they could play it
They were
both ways.
amphibious.
They do play it both ways.
They didn't play right-handed.
Oh, they couldn't.
No, they learned to play it upside down.
Did
Backwards.
anybody else hear the door open out there?
No,
we're
we're not.
getting robbed.
We're not
Yeah.
concerned
I
about.
think we're getting robbed.
We're really not concerned.
We are.
What's that?
I don't know. This ghost that came into the.
Did she say "may we" or was that French? What happened?
It was may we.
May we?
She said, "Are you on?" And we said, "Yes, we are." So this is Friday, Uneducated on Fridays. It is after 10 o'clock. If you're joining us, that's good, and we're glad that you're here with us. If you have not clicked the subscribe button, please do that and subscribe. And also, if you like the video content, click the like button and the bell if you want to be notified for upcoming content and videos.
You said we were brought to you by who?
And we are brought to you today by SquareSense.
SquareSense. What in the world is that?
It's the off-brand of Starbucks.
It's the what?
Off-brand of Starbucks.
Off-brand of Starbucks.
Oh, are you doing that because I said it should be sheets?
Yeah.
So you think that the kids would be into that?
SquareSense.
See, I think we really need to target my group.
Okay.
And partly the end of your group. Listen, we need to target the people with money, but yet they're still younger, like the middle age.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, Sheets is where it's at.
All right. So Matt has this argument that Sheets is better than any fast food restaurant in the area, or anywhere
in the United States.
In the United States.
Yeah.
And that if you want
I mean, you have to get different fast food to be different. You would have to have like Whataburger.
Yeah. And I'm saying whatever that new stuff is above fentanyl now that China's sending into the country, they're putting that in the
that's
Sheetz
right.
food.
China has a new thing.
I heard that there's something new getting ready to come over,
And
or
you're
it's,
s- and
it's
you're-
slowly coming over.
You're taking our sponsor, our newest sponsor, and saying that they're putting it in their food.
Sheetz.
Do you
Well,
think that's a good idea?
If Sheetz is getting the same frozen food and put in the microwave that McDonald's and everybody else is, how could it be better? How
but
could
see,
it
this is
taste
what I'm
better?
saying. Because when you call Gordon Food Service,
Yeah.
just like everything else, they have good American cheese, and they have American cheese made out of used car oil.
Okay.
They have good hamburgers,
Mm-hmm.
okay hamburgers, and then hamburgers made out of crickets
Yeah.
and grubs.
Yeah.
McDonald's buys the crickets and grubs
Yeah.
because it's fractions of a penny per patty.
Right.
I believe Sheetz spends a penny per patty
Okay.
so that you get quality product.
Oh.
They put it together well. The places are clean. Everything you have there is good. I mean, like I said, even their stupid salads, it's ridiculous.
I have noticed that when you go into Sheetz, it seems to be a well put together establishment.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've just
they're
never
starting
eaten
to. So they're starting to put them. They're from Pennsylvania. I'm a real Sheetz fanboy. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
They started in Pennsylvania, and they're pretty much down in North Carolina, but like they're starting to work out towards the Midwest.
Okay.
And they're going down 71, and now they're going to truck stops.
So this is normally things come from the west to the east. So
Yeah.
east is heading west now.
Yeah, yeah, and it's cool because like I also like Get Go Market, their Market Express or whatever. They have MTO
Okay.
in our community. It's known as Made to Order.
I thought it was something like MSB
No, MTO, Made to Order. So
or MSG.
Giant
I mean.
Eagle has the Get Go Cafe, which is MTO,
Yeah.
and it's also very good. But I think because they're like they're like the big conglomerate.
Yeah.
They saw Sheetz coming, and they're like, "Oh, boy, we can do this," because they had gas stations.
Okay.
But they're not as like put together as nice, I don't think. And the food is excellent there too. If you ever go into one, they're great as well. Like, there's no reason like I won't eat any fast food places any longer.
So you're not like a Whole Foods market.
Foods Market is trash,
They put like essential oil in your burger.
dude. You
No.
you only like it because they only serve grass.
No, but listen,
They
you
do
know,
serve
you
crap.
you laugh, but like if that's gonna be a thing, in 6 months there'll be a button on that screen, and that's the other thing that you order your stuff, right?
It's Sheetz.
You order how you want it, what you want. Like when you do a hamburger, you can go literally from the hamburger to how you want it when it comes out.
Okay.
Burritos, like don't even bother with Taco Bell. Get their quesadilla burrito thing, and you fill it with whatever you want.
Yeah.
And it's the size of a baby.
Wow.
Like it's 8 pounds.
Wow.
You know, and
Well, what's this stuff running though? Like $33?
it's not cheap, but it's not much more expensive than going to fast food.
Okay.
Like honestly, you get if you got 2 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits from McDonald's,
Yeah.
that's gonna cost you about $9.
like
I
4 or
thought they were
5.
two for
It's
like
like
$2.
No,
It's like
you
$5.
have to catch the sale.
It's like $5.
Maybe it's because I'm also getting a nice coffee. No, because when I get a nice coffee, it's $12.
Okay, well, all I know is last night we went to a hot dog shop to get everybody hot dogs and stuff. And hot dogs are now $1.89
Yeah.
for a hot dog there. And a cheeseburger is $6.59 at
Yeah.
the hot dog
Wow.
shop.
Yeah, which you know what's sad or
Inflation.
doesn't make any sense. McDonald's is charging almost the same amount for their grasshopper burger. Are we gonna get in trouble because we call them grasshopper burger?
No.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Because they
Literally
switched.
made out of-
They can't. The camels are starting to become extinct.
Is that what it is?
So they can't use camel.
They can't get the camel in there.
Sometimes when you got a really good burger, that's right from the hump of the camel.
Oh, is it?
That's the best cut of the burger.
It's the best. Yeah, it's got the best
It's
flavor.
tender. That hump's tender.
It's tender.
Yow.
We went to Mary's Diner for lunch yesterday with a bunch of folks, couple from here, and that was for. Have you ever tried that? Mary's
not-
Diner.
Not the Mary's.
There's a lot
Diner.
of them now.
No.
You know, they're coming.
Mary's Diner or Mary's Odor? Mary. Blah, 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 blah.
Mary's Diner, huh?
Yeah,
Huh.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
yeah. It's starting to get popular. They have a number of them now. You know, scattered around.
Yeah.
That's like I don't get the McAllister's thing. Have you ever seen those? It's like a Panera bread, but
Yeah, I've heard
but
of it.
more deli-ish.
Okay.
I don't get these restaurants. Now Panera bread, I understand. Panera bread is for those who like hospital food but want to get it not in the hospital.
That's a great.
That's
That
my
is-
brother. That's my brother.
No,
My
that's
brother,
a
my
good-
brother came up with that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, you nailed
No,
that.
he's good. Yeah.
Because that's what Panera Bread is.
Yeah. I went in there one day and I said, "Do you have anything gluten free?" And the lady looks at me and she goes, "We make bread."
Right.
That's what she said. She just looked at me. She goes, "We make bread."
No, listen. Point that lady. Point that lady. Like, that's true.
I know. She
Hello.
was right. She was right.
Hello.
I mean, she was
Hello.
on the money.
I need a low carb hospital meal. All right, you want mashed potatoes, corn, and we'll send up. Do you want banana pudding or vanilla pudding? See, the hospital, even
Yeah.
the hospital don't get it.
Yeah, no.
They don't get it.
I mean, they don't even use real sugar. They just use the high fructose corn syrup.
Sure, right? Because you can pour it in from a bag. Yeah,
That's right. That's
You don't
right.
have to measure it out. You can just,
That's right. That's right. Oh man. So I don't know what kind of viewers we have, but we could take this couple different ways. But
I bet you we have 0 viewers.
we have 0.
I was right.
And actually, our streaming is. Are we? The internet should be good in here.
it's in. Yeah, it's in here.
Yeah.
It's fine. I still have to run a line, which
You have fun trying to get that up there. I'm not helping you.
I might come in Sunday morning early.
Sunday
Well, did you
morning.
get the AC going?
We got them. We got them in place, but we don't have the
Oh, you
line,
don't
line
have the
sets
lines
yet.
run?
Still not
No.
Is that guy coming back and doing it?
It's going to
we
be
don't-
hot this weekend too.
I
It's
know.
supposed to be.
It should have been done this weekend, but it's not.
Who's supposed to do it? Us.
The friend of Brandon's that's doing it kind of on the side for us.
So he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. Obviously, he wasn't able to come back out, or maybe they're gonna try to do it tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't heard. I won't
So
be available.
why would you say that if you haven't heard?
But I don't
Well,
have
it's
to
not
be.
going to be Brandon because Brandon's coming to my house to help me do my tub.
Oh, so it won't be him then. All right. Well, maybe this guy can. Maybe a guy can do the line sets on his own. Because once we get all the heavy stuff in,
Yeah,
I think it's
You
mostly.
just hook it up and charge it
Yeah, I think he's just. Yeah.
and turn it on.
So he-
Did he hook up the electrical? Did you guys hook up the electrical?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So you
Brandon
still
might
gotta
watch
do
this later. Ask him real quick.
Huh?
Brandon might watch this later. Ask him real quick.
Okay. Hey, Brandon, call us.
that. I don't think Brandon's going to watch
Who,
it.
No.
Whose
Yeah, I
tub?
think-
Who was that? Your tub that you sent the picture?
No, it was Brandon's
Oh,
tub.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
He put it in a really deep tub so they can drown each other.
Oh.
If everything ever.
It looked
I
like
have
he had
one
a
of those.
nice
I
and
never thought-
square. You know,
I have a tub like that, and I never thought to do that.
Because a regular tub, you really can't get the head under.
Right.
If you're trying to.
Right.
Well, we
This
have the,
tub's
the
deep.
baptism
this
tub
was
we
a
can use
deep
that
one
for,
that he
too.
put in.
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of those big garden tubs. They're nice.
Are we ever gonna get one of those things for the house to do ice plunges?
Oh, like the baptism, the feeding, or
Yeah.
the watering trough?
Yeah.
I'd like to do that, but I'll get a smaller one. It's only $200 for the smaller one. You can fit probably even 2 people if you wanted to, but one person
Are
could
these the
easily
kinds
fit.
of things that you guys talk about at your house?
Cold plunge?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good for inflammation.
Strange.
Yeah.
Weird.
You never thought about getting into a big ice bath?
Do you think that's why, as you get older, the water feels really cold in a pool, no matter what pool you get in?
No, I think that's because your blood is not thick anymore or thin anymore.
Oh, it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
My A1C is decent. I am really tired of everybody saying that I'm not keeping my blood sugar under control. Like I have had enough.
All right, you're good.
Yeah.
Your A1C is what is that? What's it at?
I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. But the last time I did, it was in the high 6s.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not.
They say between what 5 and 7.
They want you between 5 and 7.
Well, probably about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago when I had a bunch of blood work done because of all this junk that was going on. I think mine was at 5.1,
Yeah.
which I was like really impressed.
Yeah.
But now I have no clue what it's at. It could be at
You can check that
9.
yourself.
You're probably way lower.
They have a checker.
Oh,
You're
Yeah.
definitely way lower,
I have them. You're not going to be lower than a 5.1.
not a 5.1.
dude. All he
I'd be
eats is
dead.
grass.
That'll make you like you'll be effectively like a ground beetle.
Yeah.
He's literally like a cow. He grazes in the field for lunch.
No, I know. I am
He
aware.
eats tofu.
I am
Check-
aware.
Literally a sponge. A
I
dry
actually sit out with the chickens sometime and just do this.
Yeah, he gets all the bugs. and
We
stuff.
call it breaking it down with the chicken.
Right. Well, that's a new
Breaking it
segment.
down. Yeah, breaking it down with the chicken.
We're gonna make that a segment.
Dude, and we could have a sweeper that's like breaking it down with the chickens, and then it's your dad walking around the yard,
Buck, 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 buck. Buck, 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 buck.
and then the
Good.
sweeper comes back breaking it down with the chickens.
And then that would be our sponsor, Whole Foods. We could just sponsor.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
Have we gotten any eggs in a while?
Egg? Have you gotten egg in a while?
We get an egg a day usually. I think Mom's been getting them.
From who? Drumstick?
No, Drumstick's gone, right?
We killed him. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do
Did
love
you-
that you named one drumstick. That's fun.
Was that the one?
We got. So what are the names?
Don't name.
What are the names?
Don't.
One's Blackfoot.
One's because we got 3 black chickens now.
Because her feet are black.
So
one's Count Blackula.
Count black. I take pride for that one. And then one is Grimace.
Grimace.
You should name one Hershey Squirt.
Hershey Squirt. We could.
Because I mean, that's what they do. They
Yeah.
just walk around and poop.
They do. They do.
They are amazing.
I really do think I wasn't sure if it was going to happen, but as I've been moving that tractor around the
Your
yard,
grass is going amazing.
my grass is really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks kind of bad when you move it for the first day or two because they've kind of got it chewed down and stuff. But boy, it comes back like
Boy,
a,
oh boy.
Boy, boy's
boy, it
green.
comes back.
It's green.
I got green grass.
I'll tell you what, if I could drive a Lincoln.
So what are we actually talking about today?
So I got a text here I want to share with us. But before I share this text, I want to get us off tangent, like off track real quick. And that is, I sent a video out, and so we've got October 20th through the 22nd. We have Joe Jordan coming.
October?
Yeah.
Who's Joe Jordan?
So the conference is on Saturday from 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, and then he'll be speaking, giving his testimony on Sunday. And we've had him on the show a couple times, and he is going to be talking about the deception of the whole alien phenomenon stuff and his view of what he believes it is. So he sent me a video where Glenn Beck is interviewing, just within the last probably week and a half, Glenn Beck is interviewing an older gentleman who actually landed on the moon. He was part of the whole Apollo thing.
Neil Armstrong?
And nope, not Neil Armstrong.
Armstrong's dead.
But this guy clearly he's a Christian believer. He wasn't always a Christian believer, and he explained some of his testimony. But he spent that interview time talking about how he believed that these things are not extraterrestrials from other planets, but they're demons.
Yeah.
And Lou Elizondo, if you watch some interviews on TV, Lou Elizondo now I saw 2 interviews.
He's
of
the
him.
guy who interviewed Bob Lazar.
Yeah, that's right. He was.
He might have been, yeah.
I think that's who made the Bob Lazar thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That name, Lou Elizondo.
Well, Lou Elizondo's this ex-CIA guy that came out of the government.
He's out of the CIA now.
I know, I'm pretty sure he made the documentary.
I know who you're
or
talking
whatever.
about, and those two guys are closely connected. But I think the guy you're talking about is also really closely connected with George Knapp. And he made that he's a filmmaker, the guy you're talking about,
Yeah.
and I can't remember his name.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, but Lou Elizondo, I saw a video just probably a couple weeks ago, a clip of him talking about how these things are demons. And you've got a lot of different people now coming at the angle that these things are not extraterrestrials, but they're demons.
See, I missed that one.
The Lou Elizondo one?
Yeah.
It was just a short clip. I'll find it and send it to you. Yeah, but it's just a short clip.
You know, there's I forget, excuse me, a woman, her name is Howe, Howe. She's like a research, she's been looking at this stuff for probably 30 years or more.
Uh-huh.
And she's got a piece of aluminum, like the way it's made, we can't duplicate it.
Okay.
And apparently she got it from someone that picked it up where the crash was in 47, was it?
Yeah.
And so that kind of, I mean, are demons making special metals?
Well, when they came down, what was it, Genesis or something?
Well, Enoch talks about Genesis shares a little bit, but Enoch specifically talks about how these angelic watchers, when they came
down and showed us how to make different things.
they showed us how to make weapons of war, and
They showed
makeup
our
and all
women.
that.
They showed our women
Glitter.
how to put on makeup.
they did.
So they could be making.
So that's interesting that they
They
that they get into
Yeah.
manufacturing, if you will.
Yeah. Right.
Where would they manufacture it at, though? In the
Well,
spirit realm?
Haven't you ever seen Lord of the Beans? They make them in Middle Earth.
I've
That's
never
where
seen
they
the
make,
Lord of
that's
the
where they
Rings.
make the sporks.
Is that VeggieTales?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's good.
Wait, what?
VeggieTales.
Vegetable.
Lord of the Beans. Have you seen it, Jim?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Have you seen Lord of the Beans?
No, I don't think
Dude,
I
you've
have.
got to see that one.
I used to watch VeggieTales all the time. I've never heard of that one.
Watch it.
I will.
It's riveting.
Riveting. What does
Yes,
that mean?
riveting. You'll be riveted. You'll be like,
From a talking cucumber?
It must be similar to Lord of the Rings, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is Lord of the Rings.
I mean, if you've seen that.
So
haven't
instead
seen
of
Lord of the Rings,
orcs in Lord of the Rings, they're sporks, and they bring them from Middle Earth, and they're manufactured there. You will see.
That's good.
The answers are there.
We'll find it and play it.
So that's how the aliens are making.
That's how the aliens are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Sauron, which is Google, or Apple, or Microsoft, or what if all three of them are talking together?
Oh, I think they probably are. Yeah.
Everyone in power.
It might be the same entity, only in the 3-in-1.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, don't even like.
No, listen. Do you know what you just did right there to my brain?
I blew it.
You can open nerd it.
Mm-hmm. I know.
You can't.
No, it's like the Dirty Trinity.
I know.
Did you know this all along, and you're just
No.
now opening it up?
No, but when you did that, it was quick in my head to come to that.
Because Satan makes a false copy of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's what the beast
Whoa.
prophet, and the king or the Antichrist are for.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The beast is God, Antichrist. That's all.
Yeah. Revelation 13.
Yeah, that's all symbolizing the Trinity, but it's not even close to God.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
need to take a nap.
Is your blood pressure too high?
You heard it here first on Uneducated.
No, seriously.
We're smart.
This little show,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was a shockwave that just went across the world.
Okay, so do you know just recently with the whole Oliver Anthony thing, how quickly his podcast went viral? Like when his song went viral, he went
Yeah.
from 341 views
It's like 4
to
million.
42 million or something
Right,
like that.
yeah.
Wow.
That's what'll happen to us right now.
Dude,
You think
yeah,
so?
but he can sing. We can't.
No, he
We,
can't.
we didn't sing. We just
He can't sing.
I thought it was good.
we
It's
just
not
mentioned
good.
we just dropped a bombshell just now.
Ooh, Apple, Google, and
And who?
Apple are all the Trinity, but not really the Trinity, but still the Trinity. We're gonna become famous.
See, he doesn't understand.
He doesn't
that.
get
I
this
do
stuff.
understand. It's just not likely because they're all like the same company.
That's right. They're one.
Yeah.
It's
But
like it's like in
But they
the-
don't have different roles.
What's the movie that starts with a D where all them little yellow things are going in the thing? And they're like, "We are one. We are one.
The
we are
Minions?
one." Yeah, the Minions.
Oh.
It doesn't start with a D though.
The show? I
Yeah.
thought it was. I thought the show started with a D. The name of the
Despicable
movie.
Me.
Despicable
Despicable
Me.
Me.
Oh yeah, it does.
Now listen. So since you got that wrong, I don't know that we can trust anything you say.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
What are you?
Yeah.
This is opinion.
All right, so with that said, then let's jump into this text. I wanted to ask you guys a thought, and then we could run with it here the last half of the show. So the scriptures over and over again talk about the Lord looking for people who are serious about following Him. And so in 2 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 9, it says, "For the eyes of the Lord roam throughout the whole earth, so that He may strongly support those whose heart is completely His. You have acted foolishly in this. Indeed, from now on, you will have wars." And so I just kind of want to throw out the idea here is that sometimes people don't understand the truth of we reap what we sow in the scriptures. It's over and over again. We reap what we sow. But this text here is like if somebody would be willing to, like, because we know that God is looking for people that He wants to strongly support. He wants to give everything He can to those people to do well to them. And then here He said it's the people whose heart is completely His. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm listening to a Dallas Willard video on my way here, and he's talking about what he called postmodern holiness. And here's what he said. He said, modern holiness was the problem that we finally defeated. And modern holiness was that we taught people that by dressing a certain way, speaking a certain way, doing certain things, going to church, legalism, you'd be holy. But he said, we got out of that whole thing. Like, we're free from that now. But we're so free from it that we forgot that real holiness is about the transformation of the heart that does change behavior, but doesn't change behavior in the way that we were trying to change it back during the modern day. So I want your guys' thoughts on this because I think the church is in a real battle right now, because we've got a church full of people who are going to heaven when they die, but they really don't care about being holy. They don't really care about this passage here, thinking that God is searching the whole earth, looking to really support you if your heart is fully, fully given over to Him. Not if you're going, okay, I said a prayer, I'm going to go to heaven, but I'd really just like to play this game out myself, and then I'll see you in heaven, God. Like what? Like there's a significance to this idea of holiness today in our culture. That, I mean, you still have some people holding on to the old standard of holiness. Like if you don't swear, if you don't drink, if you don't smoke, you don't chew, all that stuff.
Isn't being holy basically being perfect or righteous?
Well, the word holiness actually means to be separate, to be set apart for a purpose. So the implements in the temple were holy because they were set apart specifically to be used for God's will in the temple sacrifice. So you and I are set apart specifically holy. We're set apart to do God's will, and that is to live free from sin, to live as His ambassadors, to be witnesses. So that's one of the concepts of holiness. Looks like Jim has a text.
Yeah, pursue peace with all people and holiness, without which no one will see the Lord.
Okay. So you can't see the Lord without this holiness.
Exactly.
So we got to kind of talk about maybe what that looks like.
Well, it sounds like a little more involved than a prayer.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Pursue peace with all people and holiness,
You're gonna
without which no one will see the Lord.
What text is that?
That's Hebrews chapter 12, verse 14.
Okay.
you're gonna start a whole fight with that one.
I know.
What are we gonna do with all the people who are just like, come as you are?
Well, you can come as you are, but you can't stay that way.
Oh,
That's Rick Warren.
I do like that they took the Nirvana song and now the church is making it theirs.
Are they really?
I mean, well, no, I mean the come as you are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was starting to sing that.
Yeah.
I love Nirvana. Yeah. The band, not the
No, I know.
Not the
Yeah.
place.
Not the place.
not the Buddhism.
Place sounds cool.
That's Buddhism, right?
It is.
I would like to
Hinduism.
see people where they are.
Yeah, Buddhism is there.
All
Yeah.
right, we're getting off track.
Oh.
So listen, but it sounds a little more involved than just going to a harvest thing in a stadium and saying, "Hey,
Yeah,
I
going forward.
I love you, Jesus."
Yeah.
All
Going
right, now
forward.
let's go get a hamburger.
Right, right.
Well, to be holy and to do. Or wait, what was the verse again?
Pursue peace.
Pursue
Pursue peace with all people. With all people.
All people.
Is there anything on there about boldly going where no man has gone before?
There's not. Although we could say that pursuing peace with all people is going boldly where no man has gone before.
Yeah. This is true. This is true. You know, it's interesting. So you listen to that, and you look at our current administration and how it seems like we're trying to kick somebody in the knee and get them angry at us
Yeah.
all over the world right
Right.
now. China, Russia,
Right.
you know, and those are the same people that want to have abortion
Yep.
and children who don't know what sex they are. And
Yep.
weird. It's just strange to me.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just normal, natural
It's
stuff.
just evil,
Yeah, just straight evil.
straight evil.
Definitely. So this little phrase, whose heart is completely his, meaning his heart is completely God's. Jim and I were just talking a little bit downstairs about baptism and the giving over of yourself. And I think what's missing, the missing element of Christianity is that people don't understand that Christianity really is about our death. It's about us dying to our selfishness and what we want and coming alive to everything that Christ is and what he wants to do in us. And until we start to get a handle on that, we're just going to continue to live in this modern Christianity that says, I will do some religious things and kind of hope that that gets me there, I guess. Or at least I'll rationalize that that'll get me there.
But I won't fully surrender my life.
Yeah, and ultimately, I think holiness comes from surrender. Because God says, hey, I have set you apart, which means that you can't be the person you were before. You know, when it says you became a new creature, old things have passed away. New things have come.
Yeah.
So that's I mean, we're selling people short in the Christian faith, And we got to help people see that God wants their whole heart. If you'll love me with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself.
And we're to seek the things above and not of the things of the earth.
Yep.
See, that's the big thing. You know, it's not just that we've been born again, but we've been taken out of this and lifted up into the heavenly
Yeah.
realm.
Yeah.
And that's where we're supposed to really be living.
Right.
You
We're
know,
we're definitely strangers and aliens, like Peter says.
Ambassadors.
I was thinking of Ephesians chapter 2.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
I think you shared a little bit on that a while back. Remember? Ephesians 2.
Ephesians. My grandma would say.
Ephesians.
You could just start at the first.
I went
first
to open
verse.
my Bible and I opened Amazon. Isn't that scary?
Therefore, if any, let's see. No, that's Philippians.
Therefore, if anyone
There we go. Yeah, and you made alive who were dead in trespasses and sin. You know, and that's something we don't really
Right.
take hold of. We were dead,
Right.
all of us,
Right.
in which you once walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit, who now works in the sons of disobedience.
I was thinking of Romans chapter 12. When you're being holy, like that's like the whole. Well, at least being holy, like this verse, like fully explains like what you should be doing. It's I appeal to you, therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you, you may discern what is the will of God and what is good and acceptable and perfect. So being holy is being set apart. And if we're transforming our minds and we're fully conforming to Him, we will be able to discern what is actually God's will and what's actually good. Because without that, people are just going to keep living their lives. They're going to keep sinning. Everyone's going to sin, but they're going to not really care about it. They're going to keep doing what they want to do instead of conforming to God's will.
Right.
And that's the only way to become holy and acceptable. That's the only way.
Yeah, you got to change the way you think.
We have to be living sacrifice. Sorry, good.
Yeah, this is how Ephesians, among whom also we all once conducted ourselves in the lusts of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, just as the others. But God, who is rich in mercy, because of his great love with which he loved us, even when we were dead in trespasses, made us alive together with Christ, raised us up together, and made us sit together in the heavenly places. See, that's where our life should be.
Yeah.
Living there.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we should seek.
Yep.
And that's Revelation 21, Hebrews 12:24. You know, you have come to Mount Zion, the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem. That's our home now.
Yeah.
But, you know, do we really focus on that?
And live there.
No.
Yeah.
See, you know, that's what really I think should be taught.
Right.
You know, that's where we are.
Right.
He's taken us out of what we were in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm going to share this verse too real quick, but...
Which one?
Hold on, I can find it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not as smart as you guys. I don't have all these things memorized.
I'm not smart.
I'm not smart.
I'm going to community college right now.
Well, I just eat at Sheets.
Okay, yeah, this is it. All right. So, 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 4.
Oh, that's the, I have no idea. I was kidding.
Yeah, you don't.
I
For
feel
by these he has granted to us his precious and magnificent promises, so that by them you may become partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world by lust. I mean, if you think about that, like, not to go New Age spiritualist or Christ consciousness type of garbage, because that's all bunk stuff. But to think about the fact that we are partakers of the divine nature. We are a heavenly, magnificent being when we are set apart for God's purposes.
Amen.
And that's how we're supposed to want to live. That should be the desire of our heart. I mean, yes, we're in the world, but we're not of it.
Of the world.
You know? And so, Matt, you came up with that, talk in, not of the world, and that's the whole idea of, like, what we're trying to do here. But I just think the church has been sold a lie. Like modern part is bad because you get all these older people that think by dressing a certain way and talking a certain way and going to church every Sunday that they're good. And yet their hearts are all garbaged up and gunked up, you know? That's not holiness. But now you got younger people going, well, holiness is like, you know, freedom, that I'm going to heaven when I die because I accepted Jesus, and I can just I don't have to worry about anything else.
I'm going to take my new thought that is clearly not something God would desire, and I'm going to bring it to church with me and try and get everybody to accept it.
Yeah? You're going to do that?
No, that's the modern person.
That's that right now.
Or postmodern.
Yeah, postmodern.
That's the postmodern.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I can be a homosexual and go to church.
Right.
So many people trying to justify that.
Because Jesus loved everyone.
And listen, if we continue down the road of modernism, then it's okay as long as you go to church, pay your tithes. It's okay if you're
Divorce is okay because
that's right.
How many people in the church have it?
Right.
Tons of them.
That's okay. Homosexuality.
He will not love you because of this.
Because we have not emphasized the transformation of the heart. The heart has to be transformed. What Nathan just read in Romans. You got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. There needs to be transformation that happens. Baby.
Yeah, but they aren't wrong on the part that he's still going to love you. But when judgment
but that's
comes,
where they stop. But that's where they stop.
That's where they stop. But when judgment comes, they're not going to realize that that's what's separating them from God, sin. The only way to be sinless is through Jesus taking your sin and through you being sanctified. You can't, there's no other way. It's not just a love that happens. You can't live your life apart from Christ and him still love you.
Look at the advertisement or the ideas of the modern, postmodern.
No, I totally agree. That's
This is what they're teaching.
That's what they teach, but they're 100% off.
Yeah.
He's still going to love you, but when judgment comes, they're going to be in for a big surprise.
And that's the whole thing. We don't want people to be in for a big surprise because, to be honest, we're going to be held responsible too, right? I mean,
that's right.
What prophet, Jim, did he tell that if you warn the people, the blood will be on their hands, but if you don't warn the people, the blood will be on your hands?
It's Isaiah.
Yeah, that's Ezekiel, isn't it?
I was thinking maybe Ezekiel.
I just threw out a guess.
I think it was Ezekiel.
Yeah, that's a scary thought, you know.
That's the same in...
That's like a whole other layer of stuff that I got fixed in my life. I'm still letting God work on the first part.
Yeah.
I thought I was getting good there.
I thought I was doing okay.
Read another Bible verse. Dang, I suck.
Now I gotta do that too.
Well, it's the same with James with the pastors. If the pastors are people leading them astray, then they're going to be judged more harshly or something.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the same basic idea.
Yeah.
If we're not, because as Christians we're called to love and to gain disciples or followers for Christ. If we're not doing that, that's going to be our fault for not taking that chance.
Yeah.
And there's definitely been chances that all of us have missed.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Old Testament, you know, you're thinking, well, he's talking to the prophets, you know,
Right.
as opposed to the normal or
The lay person.
Yeah, the lay person.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But now that we're in the New Testament, you know, you're dead.
yeah.
And your life is now hidden with Christ and God. So we have to be like he was talking about in the Old Testament.
Well, you are the prophet now.
That's right.
You're the priest.
I like prophet.
And king.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Revelation 5.
Yeah.
We have been made kings and priests.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that other, what's it called, the other verse? What is it? Ephesians chapter 4.
Can you just say
Yeah, 4:20, isn't it?
Ephesians?
Yeah,
Ephesians.
living
Say Ephesians.
Yeah,
Ephesians.
Ephesians.
So
Ephesians.
Ephesians chapter 4 was like
4:20. Yeah.
17 through whatever, I think 28, 24. It was like putting on the new self and dying to all your
That's it.
old self. It was what?
Yeah.
Due to their hardness of the heart, they've become callous and have given themselves up to sensuality, greed, practice of every kind of impurity. But that is not the way you've learned from Christ. So
Yeah,
like,
let all bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice, and be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ forgave you.
Man.
That's the end of Ephesians
Yeah.
4. So that
So, yeah, I'm almost like, all right.
Now you're mind blown.
No, well, I don't know. I was
Do you
getting ready.
want? Do you want to go back to the
No.
big three?
I was getting ready to say something, but I think the
well, there's
spirit just told me just not to just leave it.
yeah,
So,
I was thinking that too.
all right,
Probably just-
that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're on the same page there.
I don't even know what you're gonna say. But I was gonna say a little bit earlier from what Mr. Jim just said there. It was what 23. It was just like Romans, and to renew the spirit of your minds and put on the new self, created after the likeness of God. If we're putting on, or if we're renewing our minds, and we're putting on. I just put it away. I can't remember. How did I lose it so
Pull it
fast?
back up. That's what you got to do. You just when you do that, you pull it back up.
in true righteousness and holiness.
Yeah, like if we're doing
Put
that,
on the new man.
you cut me off there, Jim.
I thought you were going to read 24.
I was about to. I'm kidding. You're good.
Take it away.
But no. Just like Romans, if we're renewing our minds, we're gonna be like Christ. We're gonna know what the will of God is, and we're gonna
Do it.
act like that. We're gonna
We're
do
gonna do it.
His will, which is going out, making disciples, and living for Christ.
Yeah. No, that's good. And I don't think people.
So listen. I'm gonna go to Giant Eagle after here,
You're gonna go to the Gecko Calf.
and I'm gonna go to we don't have one of these in Middlefield. I wish we did.
that lady
Dude,
can't
I
whip
probably
you.
would be the size of a
You
house.
can get a hot dog.
That lady
there.
that works in there most of the time, she'll whip you up something.
She'll whip you up.
Oh,
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
she would.
They got nice hot dogs.
nice hot dogs. They got good hot dogs.
I've never seen a hot dog.
I don't think so.
So listen. I go to Giant Eagle, and I'm buying ketchup, and there's a person coming the other way with a cart. Should I be like, hey, you don't want to go to hell, do you? I wanna share a message with you today. I care about your soul, brother.
You could?
Why not?
I care about your soul, man.
Yeah,
Oh, how foreign is that?
it's very foreign.
I think the last guy to do that in Middlefield was Bob, Preacher Bob. Do you remember the guy?
Bob, not Gotham? Bob.
No.
Wasn't Bob Westover? No.
Really older gentleman. I mean, remember he was always bent over because he had that thing in his spine. He was
Scoliosis.
I don't know what it was, but he was the coolest dude and the nicest guy. But I'm telling you what, if you saw him coming, you better turn the other way if you don't want to get saved because he was coming after you to save you.
Yeah. So Bob's in heaven.
Oh,
We know he made it.
We know he made it.
We know he made it.
was
Yeah.
he the one married to the cardinal?
No, I don't think
Who
so.
was that then? I don't know.
No, his wife was really cool too, but yeah.
She was okay.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you saw him coming and driving, you literally wanted to get over the side of the road. Because when he would drive, because he was so bent over, he would drive like... and you're like, how's he driving?
How did he get a license?
I don't know. I have no
Because
clue.
when you get your license, you have to stand up at the thing, and he's perfectly hunched over to do the eye check. Eye check is like in there, and they're like, "Yeah, you can have a license." And he
you're
gets in his
good.
car.
He was I'll tell you what, he was a really cool dude. He actually married my sister, Brenda, and her husband, Skip.
Okay.
They're not together now, but I'm just saying.
I don't think he can take that person.
No, he can't. He can't. It's
I don't
not
think
his
it's
fault.
his fault.
No, it's not his
Did
fault.
he live in Chardon?
No, he lived in Middlefield, right out on 87, back behind where Franks live. You know where Franks live? Frank Agency. So if you go past the intersection of 528 and 87, you're going out towards Mespo.
Yeah.
He lived
Oh,
on the
yeah,
left,
yeah,
He
yeah,
lived
yeah.
on the left-hand side back in a little cabin. Well,
Right,
it was
like
a cabin.
by
but,
Bundysburg and all that, or before that?
Before Bundaysburg, yeah, way before that. Yeah, not too far out. But yeah, that dude, he was amazing. And I actually was asked to say a few words or read a scripture at his funeral, and I just felt like I felt really blessed and proud to even be able to do that. That they asked me to do that, and there was a couple other guys that were asked to do the same thing. But he was just a neat guy, and he did.
So why aren't we going out and doing that?
Because we've been told that that's offensive to people, and it
Because
doesn't.
you're pushing on your religion on them or something?
Well, that and it
Well,
doesn't
I guess
win.
that was my point
It
about
doesn't
what I'm
win.
saying. It's so foreign
Yeah.
to me. When we talk about this isn't the first time we've talked about this. Every time I'm thinking like, okay, so when I'm on a sidewalk and there's 100 people, I better talk fast. Or go, everybody gather in. I know you got something going on today, but I want to share something with you. Come on now, gather in. I want to tell you about my Lord. I want to tell you about my Jesus.
Well, there is a way. You know we have
That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. I mean, if we can.
we we had missionaries come in not too long ago. Or
Yeah.
It was probably a while ago actually.
To our church?
Yeah, from China.
Oh,
Is this
yeah.
the purse
You remember-
lady?
No, I don't
Okay.
think
No, the two. No.
it was.
These were the two young girls that were missionaries in China.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we took them out to eat or something,
Uh-huh.
right? And we were talking, and
Oh, that was the one where we didn't stream that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
because we couldn't
They didn't
because
want to be streamed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
hmm
Good, yeah.
So we brought them in, and they were telling us the story about how they witnessed to people in China, because in China it's illegal to be Christian, right? Or it's illegal to have Bible, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So the only way for them not to get caught was to actually like build a relationship with the people before they actually started sharing the message of Christ with them.
See, now that makes sense in all. That makes sense in aspects of life. Like we are when we build a relationship with people. Now you're somebody to listen to.
Yeah. They've gained your trust. You've gained their trust, or vice
Yeah.
versa. Yeah, however that works.
And I do listen. I do
Yeah, I know.
believe that if you're so led to walk down a sidewalk and call people in and preach the gospel, well then do it.
Yeah.
That's what
I don't feel I'm called to do that. I don't feel I'm called to grab every person in the aisles of Giant Eagle.
Right.
And so I feel like when we read these things, that's what I interpret.
Yeah.
But I think it is more realistic. Like we need just if you just do that with the relations that are in your life,
Right.
I fall short,
Yeah.
right? And I have relationships with people that I could do better. That I think let's start there. Can we?
Yeah.
Can we make me feel better and say let's start there?
I think that's where we need to start, and even maybe back up just another step, because I think it's our witness that will scream louder to them than any words that we say. So if we're not being set apart as holy people, then whatever we say isn't always gonna, make a whole lot of dent in who they are if we're not living that way first. But yeah, I think you do have to start there with that whole relationship. I think part of the postmodern problem, though, is too, just like the old school way of dressing a certain way, not swearing, not smoking, all those kind of things made you holy. Well, now today, it's the evangelism thing was, back in the day, it was evangelism explosion. You walked up to, I was trained in evangelism explosion in Bible college. You walk up to people in the mall, hey, if you were to die tonight, do you know whether you go to heaven or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And it was a whole, spiel. It was all canned. But now today, people are like, okay, I'm saved, I'm going to heaven, but I don't need to worry about my holiness. But then secondly, they're like, okay, evangelism, I know I'm supposed to be doing it, but I'm going to build relationships. And like you said, though, they'll build the relationships, but they forget about the purpose or the end goal, and that is to see these people won to the Lord.
Well, I'm not perfect,
So
Brian.
I know.
I think I'm showing too much leg. Might be going to hell.
You might be.
Yeah, we were taught years ago, that there's two different areas. One is reaching out, and the other is those reaching out to those in the church.
Right.
So you had a lot of, like, I know some guys that, they stop for gas, and somebody on the next pump, hey, do you know Jesus?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Man alive.
Yeah.
That for
I
me
think that's
is
fantastic.
It's really hard for me to do that.
Thank you.
You
Thank
know.
you, Jim. Because that's how I feel.
But
like,
I can reach out to the people in the church and teach them. So there's two, two ministries. One is out to evangelist, if you will, and the other is teaching within.
Yeah. And that goes back to the giftedness. Some people have the gift.
That's
and-
right.
All right. So, listen, I, over the course of my work, have shared that I am a person of faith, and these are the things I believe. Because you get to talking about certain subjects with people, and you have these conversations. I don't mind
the Lord
doing that.
will open a door. You
I've
pray, Lord, give me an opportunity.
I've built a relationship with that customer, and we are talking about these things now.
Right.
But to go up to the gas pump and yell, "Hey, person over on the other side,"
But here's the thing: you're never gonna see that person again in your life, probably. So why not?
no, you're right. You're
That's
right.
true.
That's a true statement.
That's why I act like a moron out in public. I'm never gonna see these people again, most
You act
likely.
like a moron everywhere.
That's a good point. It's a really good
You
point.
really are top to bottom moron. And listen, it makes you who you are. And it's adorable.
Adorable. That's good. That's good.
Or just go out, you see people on the street
Yeah.
walking, with a sign maybe, or just,
Yeah. Well, here's my problem. When I was finally faced with the idea of evangelizing, like you guys are talking about, I got so frustrated that I told the Lord, I said, Lord, unless you specifically speak to me and tell me to speak to somebody, I'm just not. And I wasn't mad or like telling God. I wasn't saying this is how it's going to be.
I'm going to give you an ultimatum.
Well, but here's the problem.
You dirty heathen.
Every single time I see someone, I get the urge that they need to know.
Yeah.
If it's a guy in the street, if it's a guy in Walmart, and think about it. If you'd never get out of Walmart, you would literally never
I
leave
know
Walmart.
exactly. Like it's not practical.
Right.
Unless you get on the speaker, you grab the phone at the Walmart pole, and you go, "Listen,
Hey, yo.
you guys all suck," and I'm going to tell you why. Because I have to preach to every one of you going to hell, jerkwads.
Yeah.
Because you haven't bothered to discover the Lord and do this for me.
Right.
So hurry up and find Jesus so I can get out of Walmart.
Yeah. And then you got to shut the door so new people don't come in.
And when you hang up the phone, you got to have that feedback.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that was good.
Speaking of feedback, have you heard that there are reports of trumpet sounds all over the world?
We've talked about this a little bit.
Like
haven't we?
like recent ones, like
Really?
not the ones in the old videos. These are recent ones.
I haven't heard any trumpets. And are there the people living near train tracks? We need to really make sure.
They could be. They could be.
That's funny. I gotta get going in a little bit.
Yeah.
I have to be at the fair.
At 11:30.
Yeah,
What, are you in the fair?
yeah. I have to work it for my.
He's at the lady.
Oh, hey! If anybody's
When you
watching,
going to see the lady that's
The
part
bearded
man,
lady?
the bearded lady. That's him.
You're working with the bearded lady?
is Sarah bearded? She might be.
You heard
No.
it here first, folks.
Hey, if anybody is going to the fair, you guys see an Emmett booth, you guys should come sign up, because we need more people, and then it'll get me a raise.
Oh, that's a selfless way of doing things.
It is.
No,
He
I'm
just had an
selfish.
opportunity. Now
I'm-
listen, he just had an opportunity to say, listen, anybody that knows the voice of Nathan and respects what I have to say,
Yeah.
It's not a lot of people.
you need a saving knowledge of Christ. And I'm using this platform to minister to you now. But instead, he did it for his own wealth.
No, I am selflessly helping my business.
Are you going to share the gospel while you're out there? Do you have any intention?
It's a
of that?
Christian gym.
Well, it doesn't mean anything.
I don't know. I don't know. If
Okay.
I see anybody, maybe.
Okay.
Well, of course I'm going to see people. That was a stupid answer.
If someone says, "So what does emet mean?"
Emeth, it means truth.
It's
in
actually
Greek.
emet, but
Well,
just-
it. Well, okay, so
What's that?
So it's a meta. What
emet.
about the H
In the Hebrew, it's
in
just
the Hebrew?
emet.
But this is English, Dad.
Well, I'm sorry,
So
but
I said in the Greek.
so that's
in
that's the trans. It's not Greek. It's Hebrew. So it's in the translation.
Is it
There's
Hebrew?
transliteration.
You know what's fun?
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting here thinking, like, man, Nathan is really maturing. Wait for it. He is really on fire today.
Yeah.
and then he does this.
That's
And
good.
you're just like, no, he's still a retard. Like, he is still
Hey.
full-blown retard.
I can be both. I can be an intellectual retard.
Oh, your
You
mom
can't
better
say
not
that
be
word.
listening.
Yeah,
to
no,
this.
you can't say that. I'll get yelled at.
Mom will not.
Oh,
like that.
you know what? We had 6 viewers, and it is dropping fast.
Is
now.
it?
It's
It's
dropping.
going down.
Dropping
Hey,
fast.
all right. Whoever the 3 viewers are, you can drop now. I'll give you $5 each
Wow.
at church. If you guys go to our church, you just come up and tell me. Dang it!
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
I just want us not to have.
Why
any
are you
viewers.
paying people to get off of our viewing?
He's trying to destroy this channel.
Is
Trying
that
to
what it
destroy
is?
us.
This is like the.
Is he promoting a channel of his own?
It's like the tares among the wheat in Jesus' parable.
So I actually do have a YouTube channel coming out pretty soon.
So you just bought everyone to leave,
Dang it!
and now
That's
you
a
want
good
to, and now
point.
you're going to advertise.
That's a good point.
What's it called? Slow.
You really have to think about.
All right,
this.
now you're my father. You can't do that. Let's look at Ephesians chapter 5 now.
Ephesians.
Okay.
Ephesians.
Do not provoke your children to wrath, but bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord.
Yeah, not doing too good of a job there right now, are you?
Hey, you get angry for reasons you have no need to get angry for.
Like what?
I just point out truth to you, and then you get mad
No,
because you see it.
don't.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See? All right, I think we beat that up pretty good. So I think it's important that Christians today really are serious about their whole heart health.
Amen.
Their heart has to be given over to Christ. Everything that's in them, they have to be transformed by the
Oh,
renewing of
sugar!
the mind.
I just realized we didn't have it on live chat.
So nobody got
I
to
think
talk?
Mom is listening,
Uh-oh.
and she said you owe me $5, Nate.
Dang it.
Oh, she shut off then.
All right, well, you guys owe me like $100.
You're the one that made the thing, not us.
No, I know. I meant you and Mom owe me $100.
Why?
Because,
Because we've been stealing money from you last week?
yeah, you have.
No, Mom's been doing that. I told her. I said, listen.
Haircut. You owe me money for my haircut.
What is this?
I'm still a youth.
When do you turn? When do you turn
In 1
18?
week.
1 week.
1 week I turn 18.
All right. Don't get your hair cut again until after.
I'm
that.
going to get it cut actually tomorrow.
Oh, you just got it cut.
Oh.
I'm getting it cut every day this next week.
Nathan, why is your car full of fast food? Because my mom and dad are buying my food while I'm not 18.
The only
So
thing
I filled the back
No,
seat.
no. The only thing
I figure this will make it till when I'm 19 and a half.
And
My-
because it's
my
from
car
Sheets, it doesn't need refrigeration.
my
That's right.
car is perfectly clean. There's golf balls in the back seat right now. That's it. But the only thing that my parents pay for is literally, I think, a haircut anymore. I pay for my own phone. I pay for my own.
You pay for your car insurance?
Okay, if I get good grades, I get.
Do you pay to eat at home? Do you pay to sleep there?
Do
Do you pay
I
for the
meant
electric?
like personal funds.
What about, how do you stay warm at night?
Oh my gosh.
No, listen. I feel like this conversation is needed.
Okay, no.
To-
I pay
to
for my own
allow to-
gas. I pay for my own car. Anything that breaks on my car, unless Dad breaks it, which happens often, I pay for it.
Wow.
That's not
And then
No, it's
then-
100% true.
And then personal attacks.
Hey, at least in my holiness, I fix it. I don't just walk away from it.
My holiness.
he crushed my CV axle bolt. He cracked Brian's windshield. He broke.
Did he crack the windshield while throwing the bolt across the
No, he
yard?
slams the stupid
No, I didn't slam
window
it.
wiper
I had his
down.
windshield wiper up, and I was changing the windshield, and it bounced back after the windshield was off. The wiper was off, and the metal hit
Oh,
it.
no.
And it
no.
cracked it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do it. Hey,
And he
I
won't even
once,
pay to fix it.
here's how smart I am with metal and windows. It had snowed for the first time. This was on my Buick Lucerne. It snowed and it was icy. And I have the little scraper, the when you at the gas station, you know,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
thing, and there's ice, and I'm like, I'll get this, clean it all off. Window dries out, it's cracked.
Oh man.
Yeah, because I hit it with that
Just from
metal,
busting that, yeah.
from that metal thing. I'm like, you stupid idiot.
Yeah.
My God.
Well, ice makes it like super like vulnerable to break, right?
Yeah, but it was that metal thing that
It was the
probably-
metal thing when I was
Yeah.
Here I'm like I'm a genius.
I thought only titanium could break it.
It's just.
No, well, have you ever seen people like punch car windows and they don't break?
Have you ever seen me punch a car window?
Yeah,
You
it
know,
doesn't break.
if this show would have ended 15 minutes ago.
We could have said it was successful.
Nathan sounded like a genius.
All right, hey, you can still cut it.
He's
Edit
really knocked himself off his own mountain.
I am okay.
He has knocked himself
you
off
can
his
be
own
both, okay?
Yeah.
You can be both.
Yeah.
You can be a smart idiot.
You could be. Most of the disciples were like that.
Yeah.
They had
Peter,
some really good shiny moments. Then they had some really bad moments.
and I have medium shining moments, and really bad moments.
So anyway, folks, thanks for watching today.
Yeah, it's been good. So this is how it's gonna end.
Oh, gee.
This is how, Jim. I'm glad that you're patient with us.
I'm just, taking it all in.
I'm taking it all in.
I'm just happy to be here.
All right. It was a good Bible study today, though.
My
It was good
armpit
stuff.
itch.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I guess have a great week.
You too.
Yeah.
We'll
Keep
see
looking
you.
up.
Yeah, definitely, because his return is imminent.
Well, I'll tell you.
It's coming.
Yep.
All right.
was a
Don't
really good
forget. Don't
stretch.
forget October 20th or 21st. Put that on your
Jordan.
calendar. Jordan or Joe Jordan will be here.
Jordan Peterson
Yeah. Right.
at NEC.
Yeah.
Who?
We're gonna teach you.
Jordan Peterson.
We're gonna
Jordan
teach you how to be a good Catholic
He's-
Christian Jew.
He's gonna go over. He's gonna go over Exodus.
Yes.
And we'll have him in one room, and we'll have wet paint on walls in another room.
Yes.
You can take which one you want to look at.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
Goodbye.
And we're out. Go ahead. You finish out your thought.
Well, we got an error report.